Good morning, Central Minnesota. I'm Kevin Bloomberg with Granite City Weather, and we are expecting severe weather this afternoon with the storm system passing across northern Minnesota. Not a whole lot has changed for us in central Minnesota with regard to the severe weather outlook. The slight risk level 2 out of 5 in the yellow has maybe expanded a little bit further westward. It has definitely expanded farther northward. And then we also have that marginal risk in the dark green for areas to the west, including the city of Alexandria. No big changes in the main threat either. That is some large hail. Also, this has expanded farther northward, but it still includes St. Cloud and areas to the east. Also, the Twin Cities and Hinckley, and also the tornado threat is still there. It's still fairly low for us in central Minnesota. Definitely a better chance as you go farther north, including the city of Duluth, where I'll be going for my internship again this afternoon. So I think we're going to have an interesting afternoon up there as well. Again, chances for tornadoes are fairly small in all of these areas, but one or two cannot be completely ruled out as we go into this afternoon. Here's a look at the estimated times of arrival for these storms this afternoon, 1 to 3 p.m. across western Minnesota, but that's basically where we are expecting storms to fire up. So the farther west you go, the less likely you are to see a thunderstorm, let alone a severe thunderstorm. 3 to 5 p.m. for most of central Minnesota, including Sauk Centre, Willmar, Litchfield, and also St. Cloud, Little Falls, and Brainerd. 5 to 7 further east for Foley, Mora, Princeton, Cambridge, Monticello, and the western Twin Cities suburbs. And then after 7 p.m. storms will cross I-35 to go on into western Wisconsin as well. It's a little bit conditional still with some of these storms to develop because we have issues with cloud cover and dry air. Of course, cloud cover, with more cloud cover, we have less instability because the sun has less time to warm us up. And also we are expecting some dry air to make it into the area. So the real question there is, where is this dry air going to set up? How long is it going to be around for? So that's two things we're going to keep a very close eye on as we go on into this afternoon, but we won't really know any details on this until like a few hours out. So we'll keep an eye on it, but it's definitely something to keep in mind. You see, hour by hour for this afternoon, I would take the temperature readings with a grain of salt, really, because if we have more cloud cover, if storms start to appear earlier, we would probably not even make it into the 80s. And if we don't see any storms or they arrive much later, we could hit 90, some lower 90s. So I took a little bit of an average there. More interesting is the precipitation chance at the bottom. It's looking fairly low. That's mainly because we're not expecting anything widespread. We're mainly looking at some isolated showers and storms, supercells probably, especially in the initial formation of these storms. So that's something to keep in mind there as well. So make sure as we go into this afternoon, you have multiple ways to receive warning, at least 2 in case one of them fails. Make sure you have a weather radio. That's probably the best option. Also, your phone works great, especially with wireless emergency alerts turned on. Make sure in your settings that they are turned on. Outdoor sirens could be good if you're outside and you are able to hear them. And of course, websites, social media, anything like that is a great source for severe weather information as well. We still have a few showers and storms around this morning. It's 8:15 a.m. as I'm recording this, mainly to the north. And as soon as they start to move out, we should start to see clearing skies. And of course, that's going to be some good fuel for severe storms to form this afternoon. So we have the warm and muggy day today with the severe weather potential. Then by tomorrow, cooler because we're dealing with a cold front where we see those storms fire on today. So I have only 80 tomorrow. Then we start to increase again into the lower 80s, the mid 80s, and then the upper 80s towards the end of the weekend. There's a slight chance for some showers and storms in the weekend, but for now we'll call it sunny to mostly sunny, and that warming trend continues into next week. The outlook from the Climate Prediction Center says that temperatures will be likely above average for most of the week next week, so borderline hot for basically all of the country, but also up here in Minnesota. So make sure to follow Granite City Weather, Twitter, Instagram, Threads. We will have any more updates for you this afternoon. We will keep you updated with any new information we get with this severe weather setup as we go into this afternoon. So make sure to stay safe and have a good day.